Okay, so welcome back to the BSN channel. With these new videos, I want to focus on concepts with my mother. Hello, Mum.
Hello.
Um,
So,
Not often we get to see my mother even on camera, but seeing as it's happened, I'm going to exploit the situation. And there's a lot of things I would like to talk to my mum about, seeing as she comes from a different generation, I come from another generation, and today's generation is different. So I wrote a few questions, and I wanted to relate everything to the Adinkra symbol, Osram and Nsoromma. So that's the moon and the stars.
yeah.
And the whole point of that, Adinkra, I'm going to leave it somewhere here. It might cover our face. We'll find an area to put that symbol so you know. So basically it's the moon and the star. So it's a symbol of harmony, basically. Love, harmony between man and woman. And I want to speak to my mother about marriage. So let's get straight into it. Are you ready, Mom?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is marriage to you? How do you see marriage? In general. No.
Well, marriage is a partnership thing. It's a joint relationship whereby one, people you meet somebody and you want to make a life together.
Mm-hmm.
At the end of the day, it takes two to tango. So it's not nice remaining single. I know some people want to remain single, but to form a relationship as a partners, boyfriend or girlfriend together, and mainly we're talking about couples relationship as a couple. So it's nice to have somebody to share love with and get somebody to give you love back. So that's what we call it, relationship. Why? And that is the reason why people form relationship, because they want somebody to show them love, and then they probably have love to give to the other person.
So could you describe the first time you saw marriage in terms of your mother and father? What was the marriage between your mother and father like?
My mom and dad marriage was very calm, cool. I never see them argue. It looked as if everything was good all the time, even though there wasn't much wealth. It wasn't clever. I mean, it wasn't rich, but still, we were okay, living wise. So my mom didn't seem worried at all. She was so relaxed in the relationship. And my dad, they just talked normal, and we as the kids, we were just watching them growing up. We hardly see mom and dad argue or having a problem. Everything was cool. I think my mom was very laid back, and my dad too was laid back, but very strong will as a man. So
Is there, sorry to interrupt, was there similarities between your era of being married when you got married to dad?
yeah, there's a lot.
What was the main differences
The difference
or
is
similarities?
The love that I have to give to your dad, and your dad giving me love, doing a lot of things for me, making sure he won't allow me to hold anything heavy or bags, shopping and things. You take it from me, knowing that I'm a woman. That respect was there, and my mom and dad, the different was my mom will probably have to carry things when they go to farm. My mom will have to carry like cassava or plantain. My dad doesn't have to. My dad will be the one to probably make sure everything is cut and prepared and fill the basket for my mom to carry it. And then just carry it onto my mom's head to bring it home. Follow my mom as a guiding my mom to get home safely.
What about differences between when you got married to dad and how grandma was married to grandpa?
And the difference was I was allowed to share plans with your dad. He wouldn't sort of make a decision without not asking my opinion.
So your father could do that without your mother's opinion?
Of course, my dad would say, "Oh, tomorrow you're going here," and my mom said, "Okay."
Why is that? Why was that okay?
I don't know. I think it's the upbringing was totally different because a woman is told to do what they're told with their husband. In Africa in particular, you need to give that due respect to your husband. So.
But what about the children? Does she have more control when it came to?
Yeah. My mom could be standing there. My dad could be whacking one of my brothers. I wasn't smart because I was a girl and I was the little girl between 9 boys. So I wasn't smart. And my mom wouldn't say nothing. But whereas me now, when you was younger, and I was bringing you and your sibling up, if I see your dad being heated and he wants to probably smack, I go for him, saying no, I won't allow that. But my mom never say anything. So before my dad would beat any of my brothers, would smack them, will be because they've done something wrong, and my mom has no say. And on my part, bringing up you and your sibling, I'm just, it could be something you done wrong, but still I don't want him to touch you. So it's all right if I'm touching you, if I'm disciplining you, but I will not allow him to.
How about the age difference? Was that a big factor? Because we know the age difference between your mother and father's generation was a big difference.
Yeah, my mom was younger. My dad was probably 20 years older than my mom. So that was also a bit different because in Africa those days, a mother would be asked to marry, somebody would be asked to marry someone at the age of 15, 16.
Is this because it's believed that an older man is wise and he has something to offer at that point?
Yeah, they prefer a wise person. Somebody with a common sense, somebody who can have to bring up children in the right manner.
So it's believed that that sort of wisdom comes with age?
Yeah, of course. Maturity was very important. Somebody who is mature, that's what they expect.
Okay, interesting. Well, before we go, I want to give my opinion on marriage, and I want to see if you agree.
Yeah.
And then we end the video.
That's fine.
Okay, so how I see marriage is, it's a contract that is not as respected as it once was. And this contract basically says, me and you form a partnership financially, even in blood, meaning making children.
Yeah.
And that bond does not get broken until someone does something stupid like cheating on one another, which it says in the Bible if you cheat, or if there's certain reasons for you to separate, then you separate. But other than that, two become one.
Yeah.
You might think that's a load of rubbish, but at the same time, think of it in a metaphorical or spiritual way. Two come to make one and form a child together, right?
Yeah.
Children come out of this unity. I feel like marriage is not respected anymore, so therefore I shouldn't have to respect it as much. But for me to get into a contract that is more beneficial to the lady, there needs to be like an insurance that this lady loves me and I love her. Because if I don't have that insurance, I'm happy to be a bachelor or unmarried until I die. And that's my opinion. So do you agree with this?
I do agree because now, lots of people get, they want to do wedding and all that to get married. They're so much in a rush to get married in a relationship, which is not, it's not good at all because you spend a lot of money. Some people borrow money to do a huge wedding, knowing very well it won't even last. You don't even know the person. You haven't lived with the person before. But in my mom's time, my mom was told that you're going to marry this person, good or bad. The moment you're married with that person, you're stuck with the person. So you have to put up everything. You know, you're not supposed to be even mourning. You join as a team. Whatever, you know, is been discussed between you and your husband, you just have to accept it. You can't, there's no business about thinking, oh, I'm not happy in a relationship, so I just want separation. No. You know, in olden days, they would not allow that. You stick with your husband. So you form this unity, you know, but now it's not like that, like you're saying. It's very, very sad. A lot of marriages break down and everything. It's very sad.
Because if you are going through problems in yourself, my imagination is you can't run away from your own body. So when they say two come to make one flesh, you need to look at that unity as having a flesh. Maybe it could be a form of the house. The same way they use house in the Bible to relate to canopy and temple. You all make one. There's boundary. If there's a problem, you can't escape that boundary. You're both sharing that pain. And I don't think that exists anymore, that type of marriage.
Yeah, I think people do
It's
forget.
it's hard.
A lot of people now do forget that when you make a marriage vow, it's a vow. You've got, it's a promise. One have to, you know, stick to it, to be honest. That doesn't happen that way, which is sad. I think maybe they should change the vow, the way they give the vow in the churches or blessing the marriages, weddings and that. They really need to change it. Because people don't stick to it, it doesn't even last. And then they come back, you know, the marriage which is broke down within a couple of years. Those days people marry for life, but now they don't. Maybe just 2 years, it's gone. Probably the longest.
That's interesting.
2
So
years.
we'll leave that here. What do you think? Do you think we should change the vows? Do you even think marriage is relevant? Please leave in the comments if you want us to talk about something else. Something related to marriage. Or you want to add on to what we've already just said. So I hope you enjoyed. See you on the next episode.